Hey, want to hear some fucked up shit? Alexa, who will win the next American election?
The 2024 American election will not take place. There will be no winner. War Powers Resolution of 1973 or the War Powers Act will be invoked by the act of war with Russia and China. Once an invoked, the standing party will retain and remain in power.
And even more breaking news now, U.S. intelligence agencies are warning of threats of violence in the upcoming election. In a joint intelligence bulletin, agents from the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security are warning law enforcement agencies that domestic violent extremists are seeking to terrorize and disrupt the vote. Let's get more now from NBC's Ken Delanian. What more can you tell us about this warning, Ken?
Good morning, Anna. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security are warning in this new intelligence bulletin of the heightened risk of lone wolf attacks by domestic extremists motivated by election-related conspiracy theories, including beliefs in widespread voter fraud and their hatred of their political opponents. This will surprise no one who's been paying attention, but it's significant that these agencies are putting this out to local law enforcement a week before the election. The new unclassified bulletin says the goal of these attacks would be to terrorize and disrupt the vote. And to be clear, this document does not describe intelligence about any specific threat. It talks about a general atmosphere of anger and misinformation that could prompt unstable people to engage in threats or violence. And of course, we've already seen that in recent weeks with a series of arrests for election threats, including a man in Philadelphia who allegedly threatened to skin election workers alive. And remember last week, police in Phoenix arrested a person in connection with a mailbox fire that damaged around 20 ballots. The report identified potential targets of violence to include candidates, elected officials, election workers, members of the media, and judges involved in election cases. The potential threats include physical attacks and violence at polling places, ballot drop boxes, voter registration locations, and rallies and campaign events. And of course, Anna, the report doesn't say this, but it's obvious that a lot of these extremists are driven by years of lies about the election, 2020 election, by Donald Trump and his allies.
A very, very important warning. Ken Delanian, thank you for bringing us that.
All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you brothers and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit of the Rakakwadash. And by the way things are looking, all right, it looks like things are moving according to the plan. All right. And I just wanted to go through this real quick because, everybody's been paying attention to the election and what's getting ready to happen before and after, the violence that's constantly being talked about, civil unrest, things of that nature. So it looks like it could go down this way because, in this article here, this is from the mirror.com. All right, it says fires set in ballot boxes in Oregon and Washington state are connected as hundreds of ballots are lost. All right. So right now, there's an attempt to overthrow the election. So you really don't know if they're going to have it or how long this is going to take for them to officially declare who's going to be the so-called new president. All right. Because there's a lot of shit that's happening. All right. And, everything is set up as we've been watching over the past year, of, pretty much something going down. All right. And here's the video to this article here. All right. Because they're sabotaging the ballots, Yeah, so this is going to throw off a lot of things, and they're going to have to recount, and, there's going to be, things coming out about how, things were sabotaged, and, it's just going to be a big mess, all right? But either way, this is all the potential for civil unrest, for people bugging out, You see? So like I said, it looks like how things are going, all right, that something is going to get set off, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? So we're talking about civil war, civil unrest, all right? For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, so hey, how it's looking, man. All right, they're prepping everybody for some type of violence, some type of chaos. All right, so hey, it looks like it's moving according to the plan. Really the plan of Yahweh Shemel Shai, prophecy. All right, Isaiah 19:2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so it looks like this thing is going down. All right, you know, ballot boxes are being burned. You know, they're trying to sabotage the votes. All right, and what this is going to do further piss people off. It's going to enrage the people to invoke, you know, some type of civil disorder. You know, and like I said, you know, I wanted to come back to this video as we got close to the election here, right? But we posted this video, last year, right? Check this out.
I don't think we'll ever get to the 2024 election. I think things are going to implode in Washington before then. I think our economic, financial condition is fragile. It's going to come home to roost in ugly ways. I will tell you, I don't know exactly how it will happen. I think we're going to end up in a situation where we find out the banks are closed for 2 or 3 weeks and nobody can get into them.
You think so?
I think we're going to run into something like that, yeah. I also think that the levels of violence and criminality in our cities is so high that it's going to spill over into other places in society. People that normally think they can live remote from the problem are now beginning to be touched by the problem. Then I look at this thing in Ukraine. I think Ukraine is going to lose catastrophically. It's going to be a complete collapse. And that, too, is going to have an effect here at home because people are going to say, well, wait a minute. Everybody told us Ukraine was winning. Everybody told us X, Y, and Z. I mean, it's sort of the Russian hoax on steroids. All of those things are going to come together or converge in some way that's going to prevent us from reaching, you know, the status quo. Oh, another election. Oh, another set of campaigns and so forth.
Boom. So either way, man, everything is ripe for destruction. All right. All the pieces are there. All right. Ephesians 5 and verse 15. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. So either way, whatever they have set up, all right, it looks like it's getting ready to happen. So we're just going to continue to watch and pay attention. All right. So I pray that this quick lesson was informative and also edifying. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Shalom.